Did you finish school, Mobius? I'm gonna do this other corner. Like, I feel like once I try something and fail, I want to try it again to, like, hopefully do it better. Except...
Did it turn off when you were, like, touching it?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I don't even think I really touched the cable. I hear Hank playing with her mouse. I told you guys I had to give her mouse surgery. There was some real drama. That was in the last 6 months. I drive me a Ford 15,000. Okay, I don't think I want to use a big knife to apply the mud the first time. Fourth?
It's easier to put more on and take it off.
But I want to use this knife, I think.
I understand, but you might need
You
more
think?
because it's a big.
Okay, well, fine. I'll use the big one.
No, I'm not saying you need the big one. I'm saying you might just need a refill.
Oh.
You used a bunch of it on.
Oh. You think I need more mud than this? There's a lot of mud in here.
Okay. Whatever you feel like.
This is all based on feelings, guys. I know that's how it's at the construction sites, too. I actually need to add water to this. I'm not comfortable with it this thick. Is Mobius still here? I'll tell Mobius the real scoop. My butt's gonna be really dirty. My butt's probably already really dirty. What were the drama? You wanted to spill the tea? Well, I think most people already know.
I thought Mobius already.
Did Mobius already know? Really? Maybe I said something during the Iceland stream. I'm really glad we went to Iceland because otherwise I was planning on going in June. That would not have happened. At least not this year. Subtrap wants to hear the tea. Basically, there was another streamer, and me and him did a lot of collaborations. We did a lot of collaborations, and then Pickle and I opened up we temporarily opened our marriage. Actually, I found there was a TikTok about that. It was making fun of people on the west, like the Pacific Northwest, though, that like people wear Patagonia and then they like temporarily open their marriages, but then their marriage is now closed because I just broke my leg and I just don't have the resources to deal with another person. I don't think I saved it, but it was really fucking funny. It was hilarious, actually. So we temporarily opened our marriage. It was shots fired for the Pacific Northwest. It was hilarious. And then he came to visit 2 times. The second time, I should have called it off because he was really mean to me during like a collaboration, like horrible. Like him and his chat were basically like, they were like bullying me. And then he came and visited, whatever, and there was somebody very integral to his stream, like that was always there. And I was like, she's in love with you and you need to tell her that we're dating. And he was like, well, it's not a big deal. And then he told her, and then she was sad about it. And me and him had a trip planned for January. I didn't book the tickets yet. And he said, I need to cancel the trip and go see her. And I was like, what? And he's like, I just feel like I need to go see her. And I was like, I'm really in my head. I need to go see her. And I was like, can't you see her like any other time? Like, why are you canceling her trip? He's like, no, that's the only time that'll work. I'm like, bro, like, you don't really have a job. Like, let's be real. Like, you can make your own schedule. It's fine. And then I got really mad, but I was like, I am obsessed with this guy. Like, I'm going to make it work. And then I spent a week being like, I can totally make it work. It's fine. Like, he can go see her. And then I was like, I got really mad. And I was like, no, fuck you. And I got so mad, I reached out to this other woman, found out all the dirt. Basically, she was under the impression that her and him were dating. And he lied to me basically about everything involving their relationship. And then I started reaching out to other people who had like said things to me previously, and I just sort of like blew them off. Then I basically dug up all the dirt going back like over a year and finding all these other women that he would basically do this to. Basically, I found out he always would have at least 2 women that he would be developing relationships with. He literally had binders of women. It's true. And then I did an expose stream. It was basically 60 minutes. It was basically 60 minutes. And then I actually found out that, you know, the really bad stream I had with him, after that collab, I said, I can't do any collaborations with you. And he was like, okay. And like, huge red flag, right? Then I found out that something very similar, actually, this other streamer who he's doing collabs with very frequently, like, he let this chat harass her to the point where they were harassing her off stream on like other platforms. And he like did nothing. There's no moderation. He like did not care. And the thing is like, she's a much nicer person than I am, like in terms of like dealing with that, I think. Like imagine taking like the sweetest, nicest, kindest person and then just being like a piece of shit to them. So that's actually when I got really mad, is when I found that out. When I found that out, because he was like, I promise it won't happen again. And then he did it again after to like a different collaborator. I was like, hell no, bitch. And that's actually when I got really mad. It wasn't even about me. It was about finding out that he did it to somebody else. And that's when I really started digging. Who has time, dude? It's insane. Yeah, he would never get anything done, and now we know why. It takes, as somebody trying to manage that, like, you know, like Pickle and him, it literally took up my life. It was literally my life. And that's why the TikTok was hilarious, because it was like, I broke my leg. I'm closing the marriage. It's closed. I just don't have the effort. He was a bad dude. So yeah, so that was the real drama. So the problem is I had been doing collabs with him so frequently that there was so much overlap between my stream and his stream. And whoa. I'm gonna wait till Pickle's done hammering.
Yeah, I was tapping one in.
Okay. Like, there's so much overlap between our streams that basically, like, people had to choose. Like, people had to be like, because then I found out that actually, like, I had no idea. I've never been, like, manipulated like that. Like, I've never been, like, emotionally abused. And it wasn't until after that I was like, I think I was being, like, emotionally manipulated and abused. And I was like, no, I wasn't. I was like, no, like, no, it's fine. And then I was like, oh, fuck, actually I was. And then I started digging into that and, like, learning about what that even looks like because I had no idea. And then I was like, oh, fuck. So it basically just got, like, worse and worse and worse. So that's what's happened in the last 6 months. So the marriage is not, I would say, like, permanently closed, unless you have an airplane. Do you have...
Airplanes and food rags?
Yeah. So I would say it's, like, 95% closed. Unless you're really wealthy. Yeah, the whole money thing was weird too. It was like, how does that even work? Like, it was a lot. We started seeing a therapist who specializes in that. That was interesting. She was really nice, actually. I liked her a lot. But the thing is we were always focusing on me and Pickle, right? Like, the other guy was like, I don't really care about whatever he's feeling. You aren't supposed to cross the streams. People can be manipulated, but wizards like myself are protected. Oh, yes, Subtrop, you have the wizard status. Yeah, you're protected. Yeah, you're not supposed to cross streams. I know. I am a noob to the internet. I think that was part of it too. Like, you know, Pickle sort of grew up on the internet. I did not. So I feel like my experience with, like, people on the internet has been in, like, food and drink on Twitch, which is, like, I would say very wholesome. So I sort of felt, like, too safe on the internet, if that makes sense. Like, because I feel like in person, it's a lot easier to tell, you know, like, you get, like, vibes from people. And online, it's a lot easier to misrepresent who you are, which I'm sure everybody in chat is like, no shit, Sherlock. That's the whole deal with online dating and these dating apps and whatever, and why it's impossible. But I sort of, like, miss the online dating stuff. Like, I did some, like, Match.com. But basically, I found Pickle, like, the old school way. It was very old school. Okay, I feel like I'm putting more mud on. Hopefully it's enough. So that's been all the drama. Like, the classifieds. A full body kind of heavy protected. Yes, his spell shield daughter use arcane dust, you imbued with the loneliness. Local man wishes to take you out to dinner. Oh my god. You know, do you ever see, do you go on Reddit sometimes and see, like, there are posts like that on, like, the city level subs. They'll be like, to the woman wearing the blue sweater on the tee this morning at 8:50 a.m. You were gorgeous. Message me if you see this. You're just like, what the fuck? People are really out there shooting their shot. Too complicated. So I liked dating. That is true, Subtrop. I liked dating. I thought it's fun. I thought it was fun. But, like, I just feel like, you know, it's been a decade. Things are different now. It's true. Like, I'm remembering like dating in college, which is like its own thing. Right? Like, I don't know if people have just gotten worse or I've just gotten like, I don't want to put up with people's shit as much. I put up with that guy's shit though. Okay, I'm pushing more on the inside. I still feel like I need more mud. Good thing it's not nearly as dry out. Yeah, I need more mud. I've seen some people do that on Nextdoor. That's wild. To be honest though, like, I might respond to Nextdoor stuff because then you know they're close to you and you won't really have to drive as far to see them. Like a convenience factor, for sure. Like plus 10 on for convenience. I dated one of my neighbors for a while. It was great. It was great because he was my neighbor. Super convenient for me and him. Super convenient. He wasn't really that great of a guy, but in the same building, he was like actually literally my neighbor. Like not even across the hall, we were on the end. So he was literally like I could touch both of our doors at the same time. It was great. And they always left their door unlocked because it was a bunch of dudes. So that was nice. I always lived alone. So I always like got to know my neighbors. Mostly in case I like needed help with something. I feel like I always got to know my neighbors and I really loved it. That was the only one I ever dated though. Grandparents were next door neighbors. They got married. We got both houses because they like their personal space. Okay, but they're neighbors, so it's fine. Some neckbeard shooting a shot without actually shooting a shot, hoping that some random hottie reads the local Reddit. You think it peaked 4 or 5 years ago? Okay, it has gotten worse. Interesting. Okay, I feel like this is going better. Okay, this is going a lot better. Oh yeah, that was a good one. Imagine having enough money to keep both of your fucking houses also. Nowadays, people are like, honestly, Pickle and I moved in together. We were just discussing this. We moved in together because when I was looking at apartments, we were looking together, but I was going to live by myself. And Pickle, like, could not handle the places I was looking at. Like, they were not nice. Because, like, I was staying in Madison for him. Like, I had no job opportunities. I was applying for a ton. There weren't any that I could get. So I was like, I was going to be living in not a great place. And Pickle was like, okay, I guess we're moving in together. After dating for like, how long have we been dating for? 3 or 4 months. We were not dating that long at all. We make everything we want to make it legal. Dude, that bill, I hate that they're using it as like, they're basically hiding what the bill actually is by saying like, oh, TikTok, blah, 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 to basically get people that don't like TikTok to be like, yeah, fuck it, let's ban TikTok. But there's like a ton of creepy, crazy concerning shit in that bill. It's so bad. Like, because like I thought it was only TikTok as well. And then actually on TikTok, it took a while and people were like, wait, this is more than just TikTok. They basically just want to control the internet. Like they want to just... Well, I actually don't think we're in a democracy. Like, I think if you look online, we're not rated as like a democracy. Like, we're not rated very highly. I feel like it's like an oligarchy or something. Like, there's a word for what it is. But I don't think it's a democracy. Like, yeah, like, technically we get to vote, but like... Dude, you heard about Clarence Thomas taking, like, bribe vacations? What the fuck? That shit pisses me off. It should piss everybody off. Okay, I feel like this is going better. It's not perfect, but it's not horrible. The problem is like getting this corner down here.
Or lift off points are fine.
Are they?
Just stand lift off.
Okay.
And of course that were some sections higher because you pulled your weight away.
I think I have one more weird spot to get. It takes me like twice as long as it takes you. But I feel like I'm doing better. In the day the homes were affordable, I'm pretty sure that both homes were paid off. They should get paid for the house on meat packer salary. Your second husband, the neighbor, is a lumberjack. What? They did live in an immigrant neighborhood, but it was in the city. Their homes are probably worth $2 million. Wild. Okay. Judge, rate my mudding.
Am I right?
No, rate it. Is there like not a Rate My Dick website that daughter runs? It's like,
to me.
It's like daughter's Rate My Dick website.
It might be worth going through and taking those off.
Okay.
I forgot to check the other side.
Okay. Okay. I need to get the stuff off this other side. Oops. I was going to say without fucking up the first side.
Correct.
Pickle's really asking a lot of me. Honestly, this is a lot of exercise. Going up and down this thing is basically a jazzercise class. I'm an artist. I've actually been working on my sketches for drawing my lingerie, and I'm getting better. Respect Clarence Thomas. Like, I remember learning about it. Really? Dude's a creep. Okay, guys, I am not, like, before, what year was that? Like 2016? Was it the 2016 election? I did not give a fuck about politics. I was like, whatever, everybody's stupid, I don't care. Like, I voted for, like, the president, But other than that, I was like, meh. Whatevs. And then 2016, I was like, that's when Bernie started running, right? That election.
Probably.
And one of Pickle's friends was like, hey, have you heard of this guy, Bernard Sandwiches? And I was like, no. And he's like, we should phone bank for him. And we did phone banking, and it was hilarious. Oh my God. We were in Wisconsin, like calling people in like the South. They'd be like, call somebody in the South during dinner time. And so you would, and they'd be like, I'm about to go eat dinner with my family and you're interrupting. Like nobody was mean, but they were just like, you're interrupting me. Like, please let me get back to my life. I'm like, okay. Okay. What should I do next? How dirty is my butt?
Not dirty.
Okay. What should I do?
Do the bottom ones.
Should I do the top ones? Like the little guys? Because you don't want to do the one all across because I already have that mud over there, right?
Yeah.
Like we can do it later tonight. Tonight.
You can do the top one. I guess you think that when you go to top corner, you have to go over bump. And I feel like it'd be ideal.
Oh,
if
okay.
corner first.
I see. Okay. So I'll do the lower ones. I can do that. Do I have to fill the nail holes again?
Yeah.
Okay.
All the nails need a second pass.
Or the screws, I mean.
Yeah.
Well, I like that, so where's that knee pad? Daughter says she prefers your version of the Get Money song.
So you zoom in on you down there.
Sure. Zoom in on my butt. Whoa. I don't know if anyone can see me. Actually, zoom in on my leg hairs. I haven't shaved my legs.
Zoomed in on you.
I haven't shaved my legs in a while.
Nice, nice.
The thing is,
Sarah,
like,
very sweet.
no, it's the cord. Here, let me move out of the way. I thought it was the cord, not the camera. The camera works fine.
The dummy battery.
You gave testimony to the committee that she was being really nice about her descriptions. Okay, I don't even know who Anita Hill is. Who's Anita Hill?
I don't know if she was like some aide to Clarence Thomas or something.
Oh, an aide.
Ever since we went back to that battery.
What battery?
The gear filling the normal stuff. Battery.
Yeah. What does that have to do with it?
The connection that we put back in the dummy battery.
Uh-huh.
Just say, I think, have to go into the battery and back. Got a little switch.
Weird. Like, I've heard of Anita Hill's name. I'm telling you, I don't really follow politics that much. Because I get really mad. Oops. I basically rage quit. You know, if I can rage quit Stardew, I can rage quit anything. Okay, big knife. I'm gonna be done by the time you get the camera situated.
Sick.
Okay. This one is pretty lumpy, these ones down here. Hank has been playing with her mouse toy for literally like 2 hours. I can hear it. She loves that thing. I was thinking I need to make a second mouse toy for her. Clarence Thomas was the boss and sexually harassed her. Early 90s. Ugh. Gross. Gross. Oh, yeah. I think that was pretty good. I feel like I should do one more swipe, but like, there we go. There's like some crud in here, but we're gonna do another pass, right? Like, what if I only do this top area another time?
That might be fine. Such a big jump.
How am I doing?
Here.
Does it? Okay, I feel like that's as good as I'm gonna get it. And also there'll be like window trim here, right?
Hope so.
I hope so too. Okay. I have lots of mud. Good thing I didn't take any more. Okay, I'm moving though. Over to the other one. Ugh. The corners sort of suck. Dude, I love the radiant heating. I had never experienced it before moving out here. When we first moved out here, I was like, oh, the radiant heating is so ugly. Actually, in the studio, what we did is we built like a wooden box to go around it. And it's so cute. It's so much better than the ugly like metal boxes. But I love the radiant heating. Like, it's a really nice, like, soft heat, I feel like. I don't know if that's a good description. Yeah, Hank is, like, wild. We have to lock up the mouse toy, otherwise she'll play with it at, like, 3 a.m. Yeah, I was thinking I need to make, like, a second mouse toy for her. And it's like, she has other toys. It's just, like, the mouse toy is the one. And it's, like, crusty. Like, she gets it so wet. And then it dries out and it's literally crusty, and like she'll play with it after she eats. So like the whole mouse smells like cat food. And it's like brown. It's getting like, it's gray. It's turning brown. It's not good. It's very, like when I was sewing it up, I was like grossed out sewing it. Okay, this one has like a big jump in it. So this will be interesting. I feel like I like using both palette knives. I like applying with the little one. It feels better out though. Feels like it's cooling off a little bit. Are you taking a snack break, Pickle? What are you eating? Oh, what were you eating? Fruit snack? No, I'm not hungry. Thank you though. Pickle's addicted to fruit snack. Addicted. Do you like watching me work?
Me?
Are you watching me or no?
Yeah.
Do you like watching me work? Or is it concerning?
Neutral.
This is like abstract art right now. I don't know why this screw, there's like a big bubble there. Okay. I'm concerned about this because the jump is like so big.
Well, you have to do it all fast.
Huh?
You don't have to do it all fast.
Yeah. But I'm just worried about like this entire fruit snacks. Skeggs! My aunt renovated her home. She forgot the seam tape for the drywall. No! Are you being serious? Oh my god. That's sort of funny though. So wait, she just like painted the drywall with like the holes in between, like the gaps? That's really funny. Yeah, radiant heating is good until the pipes burst. Which apparently one of the air conditioner people said that because these pipes, this one goes in the crawl space, that they put antifreeze in it. So if it bursts, then there'll be like antifreeze water everywhere. But like, hopefully it just bursts underneath and it doesn't matter and it just goes into the soil. We just like pollute the earth. No big deal. Okay, I think I need to add some mud in some of these places. Like here. I feel like there's a bubble under the tape. Here. There is. But it'll be covered up, so that's fine, right? I'm waiting for Pickle to tell me it'll be fine.
That's good.
Well, what else can I do?
Cut it out.
And then what? Like just pop it?
So you like slice out.
Uh-huh. And then what? Well, what do you think I should do? I don't think you should trust my judgment, personally.
Really cover it up. I would... Here.
Okay. Okay, I feel like overall this looks pretty good, besides the bubble. Besides the bubble. Well, why don't you come look at it? It's right there.
It's fine.
Okay, should I do the screw holes now?
Sure.
The best part! Let's see if I can get up. She slapped mud everywhere. So, like, is that actually a problem, though? Without the tape? Like, if you only do the mud? Like, what happens? Does it just fail?
Cracks everywhere.
Oh. I'm gonna move this.
Yeah, it'll probably start.
I'm gonna be very careful. Oh, fuck.
Where do you want to move?
I just wanted to move this up a little. Like, that's probably good, right? I'm just guessing. Is this something where you need to, like, blow on the cartridge?
I wish.
Is it something where you need a new camera?
Or new batteries.
Oh. I like that you describe it as haggard. Oh my god. I mean, to be fair, like, there's a lot of questionable things that happen with DIY, and I feel like if you're actually trying to do a good job and you just like, I mean, she probably could have YouTubed it, you know? But if you're trying to like fuck people over and like if you're like a flipper and you're just like, yeah, I'm doing this to cut corners, like then you're a piece of shit, right? bad. You can see the divots. Well, you know how to solve that. You should just wallpaper over it. That's what the previous homeowners did here in the basement when they drywalled. They, instead of doing the like tape on the ceiling, they just, they put a crown molding in that was really more like trim. Yeah, it was like a
quarter round.
It was like a quarter round. Yeah, you're right. It was like a quarter round. So I took it out because it was ugly because it was dark brown. And it's like in a basement. The good news is my monitor is displaying color. Yeah, our camera is not doing so hot. Well, it's the like temporary battery. Do you get it to work, Pickle?
Working now.
Okay. And so that was like a surprise, right? I thought it would be like a very easy job of simply removing the crown molding or the quarter round, but it became like this giant thing of me learning how to do drywall mud, which I didn't know how to do. And clearly I still am learning. But there's like definitely like mistakes we've made in this house. DIY is hard. It is a cool, questionable DIY. But like if it's her own house, as long as she's not doing like electrical work, questionable electrical work, then like she should be good. She's the one who has to live with it.
Well, questionable gas plumbing.
Questionable gas plumbing? That's also bad. When we moved in, we had questionable gas plumbing. The scary part about our gas plumbing when we moved in is none of the shutoff valves worked. They were all like rusted open. And so we did have a leak. Questionable plumbing is okay. The worst that's going to happen is you're going to flood your house, right?
Well, water damage is usually the worst part.
Oh, is it? Pickle said water damage is worse. He said it's worse. He said it's like burning down.
It's expensive.
Oh. Pickle does the plumbing here.
Whether your roof leaks, or you pipe first.
And I feel like Pickle's a pretty good plumber, I think. I'm just sort of mad that the inspector saw our like bathroom vent or whatever was not up to code and never fucking said anything. Like, what is the point of an inspector? For a while, I was like, oh, my dad is so annoying. Like, he hates inspectors and says they're useless. And now I'm like, actually, pretty sure they are useless. Like, he didn't catch anything worthwhile. Pants today are far too high for him to be a good plumber. Questionable wall demoing. That's us all the time, Subtrap. Your dad used to get a handyman magazine? That is amazing. I know Pickle's old coworker gets, what does he get? Like Fine Home Builder. And like he actually learns stuff from it. And then he gives us that information, which is great. Pickle, like in college, worked in a lab that basically built refrigerant loops. So he did, that's like a lot of plumbing. And obviously if it's bad if it leaks because then it's refrigerant.
It's easier to seal water than refrigerant.
Oh, Pickle said it's easier to seal water than refrigerant. So that's why I trust Pickle with the plumbing. I don't think he had too many. Some of the drywall like came up here. I don't know what to do about it.
Like a little paper.
Yeah. Oops. Like I already went over it again.
Either you cut it out or you're supposed to like press it in so that it gets encapsulated.
Mm.
Or you only go one direction so that it gets smeared down.
Okay.
So
Well, it looks like you encapsulated it pretty well. So that's good. I only mildly trust Pickle with electrical. Clearly. You almost saw Pickle get electrocuted last stream. Was that last stream? 2 streams ago.
oh yeah. Not keeping track of the stream.
He doesn't remember. He's suffered memory loss. He suffered from some brain damage from that one. Okay. I filled all the screw holes. I know, I watched a lot of This Old House too, but yeah, nothing stuck. Fried pickles. Now what should I do? Do you want me to do all the screw holes?
What?
A lot of screw holes. Or I could do like the random tape over there, but nobody can see me. There's the ceiling tape, but I don't know if I'm skilled enough.
Whatever you feel like.
I'm gonna weaponize incompetence. Use it on Pickle. What are you doing out there? Is that up to code? Yeah. Is that up to code? He doesn't care. He's modifying a junction box. He's taping up there. He's modifying a junction box, which... whatever. Okay, I'll do the screw holes on that side. I have a lot of mud. When I was learning to build the cabinets, like cabinetry stuff for the bathroom, like I had to visit a lot of forums. Like a lot of the information for DIY is on forums. Like dedicated to the topic of whatever you're looking up. Which is so interesting. Is that up to code?
That's like in my connector.
Oh. How come you didn't buy a junction box with the hole in it?
It wouldn't fit in that block. Caddy's block.
Probably not up to code. Not that anything the previous owners did is up to code. And they fucking hired people. Wow, it's a good thing our ceilings are so low. I can reach everything. Good thing. I looked at a house in Pittsburgh that's been owned by the same family since 1888. It's like a real dump. But it's on like 2 acres inside the city. So that way I won't have to be like abducted by people living in the forest. But I can still have trees. I mean, this place has like the original carriage house. But like, I think the roof is falling in. But we could buy it with cash. Which would be fucking wild. That's some rich person shit. I mean, it would need like hundreds of thousands of dollars to fix it. Am I really close to the camera?
Probably.
Okay. Do you want me to do, I guess there's a screw holes behind the camera. Okay. Phone. All the good cryptids are in the woods around the Midwest. Dude, Skiggs, where were you earlier? That's literally what I was saying. Hurry up, don't let the mud dry. Does it smell like jizz? It does. Paintball Nation. You got scammed out of $500. I don't know if there's a graveyard. I'm sure there is. Thanks for the lurk. Buy it with credit, use the cash for fixes. Yeah, that's probably what would happen. I was dropping kids off at the pool. I had wireless headphones. Yeah. Appalachia scares me, Skiggs. I was reading all about scary stories from the forest the other night and last night. I like love reading them. Like I will listen to so many ghost podcasts and then I'll be like, is my basement haunted? There's no signs of haunting here, by the way, other than me. Like I'm pretty sure there's a ghost that like follows me around. Maybe if I was religious, I would call it my guardian angel. But I don't think it's an angel. I'm pretty sure it's just a regular ghost. Just the regular run-of-the-mill ghost. And you know what? You know what, you guys? Okay, Pickle doesn't believe in ghosts. But what he'll say is how Pickle doesn't get into fights with me. He'll be like, I believe that you believe it. It is true. Yeah, he truly believes that I believe it. Yeah, this whole room smells like jizz, though. We need to tape all of these walls over here. Only Crip says I don't fuck with our Wendigos. Dude, I know. I was like, I got what you want. And he did have what I want, and he gave me a timestamp, but then just never sent it. Wait, did you send him what he wanted? So anyways, I believe in ghosts per se, but I definitely think energy could just get stuck. Oh, $500. Just cold, hard cash. What everybody wants. It's a classic. Everybody's looking for cash. When I was dating that guy, the really toxic one, when our marriage was temporarily open, we would be like in the guest bedroom, and the guest bedroom has a dimmer. And this guy has a really fucked up like sleep schedule, and of course I was like, I'll stay up till 5 a.m. That's fine. And so we'd be up really late, and the lights would like flicker in that room, which like Frog has stayed in that room. And I don't know, Frog, have you ever seen any of that? Has that light ever flickered? I've never seen it flicker any other time, personally. And I used to be in that room a lot because my harp was in there before I moved it to the office. So it's not like I was never in there. And that light would fucking flicker. And I told Pickle, and he was like, oh, maybe something's loose with the grounding or blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, the Hodag. I forgot about Hodag. Hodag is in like northern Wisconsin. I'm going to blame the switch. Yeah, Pickle was like, yeah, maybe like something is loose or whatever, because like we did install. Mothman, Frogman, Hodag, yeah, those guys are cool. They're the cool cryptids. What about Bigfoot? Why'd you omit Bigfoot? Paintball is full of assholes. No, that's sad. It is a dimmer switch. It is a dimmer switch, but I've never seen it happen again. And so I've just decided, I was like, it's probably my ghost being like, bitch, what the fuck are you doing? The Momo? I don't know if I've heard of that one. There's some like really interesting ones. There's actually a cryptid museum up in Maine. I haven't been there. What should I do now? I don't want to move all this shit out of the way to do the screws over there. Yeah, the ghost was like, red flag. A Missouri Sasquatch sighted in the 70s. I always say this, my prized literary composition was a high school, a lightning bug. We get a lot of lightning bugs in our yards because we don't spray and we don't pick up our leaves. Like only our yard has lightning bugs, like nobody else's yard. I wrote a 10-page essay on why Bigfoot was real. And I got an A+ on it. Like everyone else, it was supposed to be like, convince me of something, right? It was supposed to be like a persuasive essay. And like most of them were like, healthcare should be universal, or like something political, or something like, it was all like really boring topics. Really, yeah, it was serious. Everyone wrote a really serious essay because it was supposed to be like your capstone piece for the class, which was like your last English class for high school. And I was like, I'm going to write about why Bigfoot's real. Thank you. I thought it was rather convincing. By the time I got done writing it, I was like, maybe Bigfoot is real. I convinced myself. It was very convincing. You were sure it was a fox, but years ago, it was with an ex visiting her family in Wisconsin Rapids. Her grandparents live in the woods. Went out to smoke in the woods, and I heard at least 2 or 3 creatures just shrieking. Oh, yeah. He's just a naturally blurry dude. Always blurry. That is true. That is true. How come there are no photos? But not limited to Wendigos. It's true, Skiggs. Fisher cat. So there was only one night. We have a Fisher cat. I don't know where the fuck she is. She's like abandoned us. She brings her like babies into one of our trees, and the male is so ugly, and I hate him. He's so rude. He is a butthead. She's just like living her best life, has her babies, and the male is like, let me impregnate you, because they have delayed implantation, and so they like mate like right after she gives birth or something, and then it just like chills inside of her, and then it doesn't like develop till the next season. And so basically he would sit in the forest. It was like weird because we don't have like, it's not like a forest for forever, but he would just be like chilling, just like curled up at the bottom of a tree, like all day, just sleeping, just like out in the open. And like sometimes like the neighbor's dog would come out and he would be like, and he'd like look around. But like imagine just like, we like go back there all the time. Like imagine just walking back there and being like, oh fuck, there's a fisher cat. This is different from humans. How? Okay, that's true. But he was also like ugly. Like the female has like a really slender like head. And the male's head was like really big and like wide. And then he would like go up to her tree because he'll like eat the babies. And he couldn't fit in the hole, which is good. Maybe they like sexually select for males with really big heads on purpose.
Big brain.
So they can't fit into their little dens.
Yeah.
So anyways, I think they were mating one night and that was a real ruckus. The other night the owls were going at it. And I see like a hole in a tree back there. And I feel like I should get the binoculars and see if it's the owl hole. Because the owls live here somewhere and they were going at it. They were up. They were, what are they? The barred owls? They